Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is my first update for my Pan of Green Gables project pan. So this is a Pantastic Ladies collab project. It's all based on the Anne of Green Gables series. I kind of had to do it. Anne of Green Gables, Anne, Canadian, just it was meant to be. I talked all about what the project was about. I kind of gave some background in my intro video, so if you're interested in that, I will link it down below. This video, we're just gonna get straight into the update. Also, why yes, I have purple hair. It's showing up a little more blue-ish on camera, but it's definitely purple. I just went on a whole like 10-minute long spiel about the details of my hair, realizing that that video is probably going to go up after this video. So if you want to hear the story behind the hair and how it went and all that kind of stuff, stay tuned for my next video. This video is all about my Pan of Green Gables update number 1, which, okay, I'm just going to put it out there. This is maybe not going as well as it could go. It's not going as bad as I thought. Because I really was struggling with this, but it's definitely not going great, and this is sort of I've reached my threshold in terms of number of projects that I can do. I cannot add on any more projects. I don't know how people do it. I just can't. Like, I feel like I'm not being able to focus on things in this project just because I have so many other things going on, which I really don't have that many other things going on. But this is sort of like, I know I'm at my limit with this. I was thinking about adding Graveyard Project. I think that starts in April, but I don't think I'm going to add that. I don't know if there's going to be a drop 10 this year. Not going to add that. I was contemplating maybe joining up Partners in Cream. Not doing that. We're at our limit. So let's go through the update. Also, I am taking this particular project a little more casual. I'm not doing as many photos. I'll do photos if there's something like interesting to show, but for the most part, I'm not going to do this as in-depth as I do some of my other projects where I show like progress photos and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's just get into prompt number 1. Prompt number 1 is hair as red as carrot, so something red or orange. I picked the Revlon Lip Butter in Wild Watermelon. This is kind of like a reddish orange. It's in the middle. And I talked about this. This was in my lip project pan last year. It's my last lip butter. I really should finish this out. It's going slow. I think this will pick up as the weather gets warmer. It's hard to kind of use this type of color in this weather. It's snowing outside right now. So yeah, if you see the lighting change a lot, it's snowing, yet I can see blue sky right now. That's how weird the weather is today. But yeah, I feel like this is going slow. I didn't even do enough that I can draw a new line on it. Last month this was 22.45 grams. It's now 22. Why did I say 23? That'd be bigger. 22.39, although that has happened to me. It's now 23.939 grams. That's a difference of 0.06 grams. The second item I have for the second prompt is the Lake of Shining Water, so something shiny. I picked this Stila Glitter Glow in Follow the Sun. I actually have taken the stopper out of this because I did try and use this and felt like I wasn't really getting any product out. So I took the stopper out. I took a venture and tried to just like do a full... It was end of the day, and I'm like, let's just throw this all over the lid and see what it looks like. It looked really cool. I'll try it. I don't know if I know I tried to take a couple of pictures and videos. It didn't show up very well on my camera phone, but I'm pretty sure I tried to take a video on my Canon that I use for filming, and it like, because I could see like red and green glitters, and it was like really, really cool looking. It was so itchy. It was not comfortable. I wiped it off right away after because it looked really cool, but I'm like, okay, I can't wear this. So I now know, like, this is not something I want to just like slap all over the lid. It's too much. And yeah, so how I use this is I sort of just dab on a little bit over top and just almost even blend it in. So you can't even really tell that I've added something extra on top. It almost just blends into whatever eyeshadow I decide to put it with. Sorry, it got real dark there for a second, even though there's blue sky out. So yeah, so the weight on this is going to be a big difference, but it really isn't that much product. So last month this was 18 grams. It's now 17.29 grams. That's a difference of 0.71 grams. The next prompt is something that's a broken slate. She broke her slate. Anyway, it's so weird to think about that they didn't even have like notebooks. You would just write on like a chalkboard Anyway, totally random. Something broken or damaged. So I picked this Colourpop Crème Gel Liner in Get Paid because the little stubby thing just comes right out. That's all that's left. I don't know if you can see that. Is that focused? Can you see how much product there is? It's so little. I've used this a couple times. I don't think I'm going to use this till it's finished. I think I'm going to give up on this. I'm going to try a couple more months, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one more month, and then we'll see. Because I actually don't love this color on me. I don't know if it's just because it's getting old, so it's getting dry, and I'm not loving it anymore. And it's not really going with any of the eye looks that I'm wearing either, so I'm just like, maybe it's just time to like give up on that. Like, pre-YouTube Anne would be like, this is done. But YouTube panning Anne is like, use it to the end. Get it all out. It's not finished until it's really finished. Sometimes it's like, it's okay to call it. I used most of it. So anyway, this was 4.28 grams. It's a change of, or it's now 4.27 grams, a big change of 0.01 grams. So yeah, barely used that. Well, and it's going to be one of those products that, like, even if I use it 10 times, it's not going to show a huge weight difference. The fourth prompt is Gilbert Blythe, which he put my borderline obsession with. We all had an obsession with Gilbert. It's fine. Totally understand. Something with a word starting with G. So I picked this Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost. I have two Get Big Lashes. I've actually been using them together now because this one's starting to, I feel like there's not a lot of product left. And the one thing about this one, I remember now, like once I started using it, I'm pretty sure when I did my Essence comparison video, this was like a non-mascara. Like when you put it on, nothing really happens. Like it says volume, no. It's very natural. I've actually been trying to do a bit more natural makeup. So I am wearing this today with the other Get Big Lashes. It's in the purple tube together. And I feel like I get a bit more oomph when I use the two of them together. And yeah, so this was 24.02 grams. It's now 23.64 grams. That's a difference of 0.38 grams. Prompt number 5, there's 8 prompts in total. So prompt number 5 is puff sleeve, something bulky or excessive. I decided to pick the Ofra Bronzer Duo in River. This is from the Samantha March collab. And I just feel like while this packaging looks pretty, it's bulky, it's big. Again, it's not going to show a whole, like I'm not taking photos of this or showing photos of this because it's not going to look any different. I've used this, so I am tracking this one. I've used it 6 times. So it's this line right here, 6 times. It's going slow because I am focusing now on, I really want to finish up my bronzer in my Project Pan this month if I can. That's kind of the goal. So this is going to take a back seat. It's been taking a back seat because I have been using my Project Pan bronzer. I also use the bronzer in my Pan That palette, the Hourglass one. So this one's just been kind of like, It's also really intense. It's also pretty warm. Really wasn't the best pick for this time of year. I think what I'm going to do, so I talked about this in my intro. I wasn't really sure how I was going to use some of these products. Like, was I going to try and hit pan on this, which would be crazy because it's basically brand new. I barely used it when I put it in the project. I think I'm going to go with the 20 uses on this and then pull it out. I have other items that I could put in the project instead of this. And yeah, I think this is just a little bit slow going. I think it'll pick up once I finish my Project Pan bronzer. But for now, yeah, I'm going to keep it in, but I'm going to do 20 uses and then that will roll out. Yeah, so by the way, nothing this month is rolling out and nothing new is coming in. It's a real boring month. That's what I mean. Like this is a slow start. So prompt number 6 is green Gables, something green. I sort of cheated on this. This is a teal. It's a greeny blue. This is the Aqua XL eye pencil in 12L. I said I was going to finish this. I don't know. I'm going to use this for this year, and I think I'm going to call it at the end of this year. It is definitely getting drier. It's still usable, but it's definitely getting drier. It was never full size. This was like deluxe size, so I would say it was maybe like that big when it started. Like it wasn't a full size. Maybe it was a little bit like, I don't know. Definitely was not a full size. Well, it must be bigger. Must have been about at least that big. Just looking at the letters, would have had to say the full name on it. So it was definitely bigger than this. Anyway, doesn't really matter. The weight has not changed on this. This was, did I say the weight on the Ofra Bronzer? I don't think I did. So the Ofra Bronzer was 89.34 grams. It's now 89.11 grams. That's a difference of excuse you, to 3 grams. This, the weight has not changed. It was 2.71 grams. It's still 2.71 grams. So moving slow on that one. Number 7 is Matthew Cuthbert. Oh, Matthew. Something Sweet. So Matthew's so sweet. Such a sweet character. And the product I picked was the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Strawberry. Again, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do with this. I've decided to do 20 uses. I'm not even sure I'm going to do 20 uses on this. We'll see. I've only used it 6 times. So again, it's this pink line right here. 6 times. It's going slow. It might pick up a little bit. I'm trying to use the pinks in my Pan That palette a little bit more. So that's how I use this in conjunction when I'm doing like a pink look. If I remember to use it, that's been the biggest problem, is remembering to use this. So last month this was 14.51 grams. It's now 14.41 grams. So that's a difference of 0.1 grams. And then the last prompt is prompt number 8, and that's Marilla Cuthbert. Something with a hard exterior and soft interior. It's like a cream or lip product with hard packaging. So I picked the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush in Nearly Neutral. So I talked about this. I think this was in my like least favorites for 2021. I'm coming around to this. I kind of take back some of what I said on this. The more I use this, the more I like it. And I've used this 13 times. So compared to everything else in this project, this is something that I have actually used quite a bit. Again, it doesn't really look any different. But yeah, like, I think it's just, it takes time to figure out how to use this. And I think it's different too that I'm working from home still. Had I been using this and like going out in the world, like it has no lasting power. Like I feel like it doesn't last at all. But being at home, I can, you know, put this on in the morning, and if I decide I want to touch it up, I can touch it up. Or what I've been doing a lot is putting this on and then putting my Project Pan blush on top of that. I didn't do that today. I'm just wearing my Project Pan blush today. But sometimes I wear them together. Sometimes like what I was doing a lot was I'd put this on and like, I really like how this looks on its own. You just have to be careful to not over blend it. Because you can blend it right away. Like it will disappear. That's what I mean by right away. You can blend it away. So it's just a bit finicky that way. And again, I don't feel like it has really any lasting power. I would not repurchase this. But I'm not so mad about it. To be honest, for a while I was really like almost regretful that I bought this. Like I was disappointed, and I wish I hadn't been. I was so excited about this because I mean, look at this packaging. Like this is just so cute. I was so excited about this, and I was pretty let down. I think that was part of it too. My expectations were so high for this, and it just was not as good as I had expected it to be. So anyway, that was a long story on this one. But last month this was 41.76 grams. It's now 41.58 grams. So that's a difference of 0.18 grams. So that product is moving along quite well, especially compared to everything else. So yeah, the updates on this one are maybe not the greatest. It's going slow. I really don't see myself rolling. Potentially that Rare Beauty blush can roll out and I can put something else in. Based on that category, like cream or liquid product with hard packaging, I can maybe bring in, I've really been trying to focus on like makeup products for my Project Pan, but it might be a good idea for me to throw in something that's like skincare or hair care instead. Just to like mix it up a little bit. I'm not really sure. We'll see. I mean, I do have other like cream products that I could, like cream makeup products that I could put in that category as well. Anyway, we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see if we actually finish it or finish the 20 uses. I was thinking maybe hit pan on it. I think I'm just going to go with 20 uses because again, I kind of want to use, my goal with some of these projects that I'm doing outside of my main Project Pan is to go through my collection and use as much of my collection as I can. And not just like once or twice, but really try and use things outside of the lip stuff. The lip stuff I'm using like once or twice, but I'm really trying to like at least use things like 5 or 6 times just to really get, you know, feel for things, make sure I am using what I have, try and help curb some of the temptation for buying new things. But yeah, I definitely think I'm a bit tapped out on projects. This one was a bit hard, and I felt like I did neglect it a little bit this past month. I honestly couldn't even remember what products I had in this project. Even though I have things like, I try and keep all my stuff sort of separate, away from the rest of my makeup, I just still couldn't remember what was in this project for some of the items. Anyway, that is my first update for my Pan of Green Gables project for 2022. I hope you liked this update. If you did, feel free to give a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.